Mecool's KM9 on a Pro features a S905X2 Amlogic processor, as well as 4GB of RAM and 32GB of onboard storage. This is one of the newest TV boxes by Mecool, and it features Android 9.0 Pie, but more importantly, this is running the latest version of Android TV, and they even claim it's Google certified. Let's take a look at this brand new TV box. So this is running the latest version of Android TV, as well as that Mecool claims it is Google certified. I have no way of verifying that, but from what I've seen so far, I'm pretty inclined to say that it is somewhat. So when it first starts up, it does allow you to connect the remote to the system. It's really easy to do, and for the most part, most people should be able to get it straight away. The system then asks you if you want to connect it to your Android mobile phone. This allows it to automatically connect to your Google Play Store. It's really quite useful, as some of you guys out there might struggle with this. So connecting through your mobile phone, it just connects up everything like your Play Store, gets all your accounts set up and so on. As well as that, it also connects automatically to your Wi-Fi, which is really important, without having to input all your codes and so on into the system, which can be quite annoying, especially when you just want to get on and use the device. So once you've done all that, it will then go into the Android TV box launcher, which is Android TV. So this is the latest version of Android TV. This is running on Android 9 Pie, and this is the latest launcher that comes with Android TV systems. This is really quite an easy setup to use, and compared to the previous versions, it's very similar. It's just a little bit refreshed from what I can see at least. So the actual system itself is very straightforward to use. You've got your applications, you've got different settings as well, and you can move things around and customize it just a little bit. But at the end of the day, this system is pretty locked down as far as Android is concerned. This is because we are locked into that Android TV ecosystem, being it certified by Google. They only want you to be able to use certain apps from the Android TV version of the Play Store. So like I've said, the actual system seems to run really nicely, especially with this remote control. Now it has Google Assistant built into it, so you've got voice control there. And normally I'm really not a big fan of the remote controls that come with these sort of TV boxes, but I'm really quite surprised. This remote control works really well, and it's actually I believe it's the same remote control that comes with a lot of Google certified products. The Google Assistant button works beautifully. It's got a really good microphone on there, and it picks up your voice just fine, so it's able to recognize what you're asking for. As well as that, it just works through the system really well. So I don't believe, for the most part at least, you won't need another remote control. Normally I do say you need like a keyboard style remote control with these things, but for this time around, I don't think you do, and this one just works just fine. Of course, if you want to play games, you'll need a gamepad, and that's something we'll look at just a little bit later on. When looking at the performance of this Android TV box, we have to remember that it is fitted with a lower end chipset, featuring the S905X2 by Amlogic. This is a low end chipset, so don't expect it to perform on the same sort of level as, say, the NVIDIA Shield, which also has Android TV. Video playback, for example, is just fine. You should expect most things to play pretty damn well, but when we start getting into the realm of high bitrate, high frames, then things start to struggle a little bit. For example, this is a 60 frames a second 4K Big Book Bunny file, and it's jittery. I don't expect it to play that, but the moment we turn it down to 30 frames a second, you know, it plays silky smooth. So yes, so from a video playback standpoint, it will do most things perfectly fine, but the moment you want sort of really high-end things, you kind of need to start looking at the NVIDIA Shield, for example, to play those sort of files for you. Yeah, you'll be able to do a little bit of gaming on this machine. Of course, it is Android TV, so it's kind of geared that way. You'll be able to plug in most gamepads. I've got an Xbox One plugged into this box at the moment, and it performs just fine. It recognizes it, and I can play this Asphalt 8, and as you can see, it's running just fine on medium settings. As well as that, we've got this silly rally game. It's running this just fine, but I expect a potato to do this with no issues at all. So yeah, so gaming, no problems. You'll be able to even probably play a couple of emulators as well. Chromecast is built into this TV box, so as long as you've set up your Android mobile phone with this device, you'll be able to send over your videos or whatever you're watching on your mobile through to the TV box to be displayed on your TV. And of course, you'll be able to use your mobile phone to control the TV box if you've got it all set up properly. So I can hear you guys at home screaming at me, can this play the proper Netflix HD application? Because it has Android TV and because it's certified by Google, supposedly. No, Netflix is an entirely different entity to Google, and they determine which devices play Netflix HD. So unfortunately, guys, you will be limited just to this simple 480p application by Netflix. Big shame, but hey, that's just the way it goes. And Mecool in the past have gotten themselves into a bit of hot water when it comes to Netflix. One box in particular was the M8S Pro L. Yeah, that caused us a few issues. That was about 2 years ago now. So yeah, I don't think Mecool want to repeat this. So whenever you search for Netflix on the Android TV Play Store, it just doesn't show anything up. Overall, not a bad piece of kit. It is quite simple and straightforward for you guys that maybe aren't tech savvy and don't want something complicated to use. This is probably aimed at you guys. Android TV is really simple and straightforward to get around and use on a daily basis. For you guys that want something that you can modify and you can put on certain applications, maybe you need it to be rooted, for example, this just isn't going to be for you. So yeah, not a bad TV box. It looks nice, it performs really well. And the only thing I've got against a device like this is Mecool going to keep up with supporting it? Are they going to keep releasing updates? It has an updater and it is connected to a server of some sort, so will they keep updating it? Well, only time will tell. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this review, and we shall see you on the next video.